Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video as always. I am currently in Norway, not far from a town called Drammen, which is just west of Oslo. And I'm sitting in a small cabin in the middle of the forest, surrounded by snow. Drove from Fort Augustus down to Edinburgh Airport yesterday. Flew from Edinburgh to Oslo. I then got a train. It was about an hour from Oslo Airport to Drammen, and the plan was to actually there was one more bus and then about a 5-kilometer hike up to this cabin. I was going to do all that last night, but I ended up spending more time in passport control than the actual flight took to Oslo yesterday. I don't know what was going on. Wasn't me personally, like everyone. We were standing there for best part of an hour and a half. I actually missed the next two trains, so I didn't get to Drammen until quite late last night, and I just didn't have the energy to walk out into this deep snow in the pitch black and try and find this cabin. So I ended up I booked a cheap hotel. Yeah, and then I just got it sorted out this morning and headed up the hill. It was quite hard work actually. I'm carrying about 35 kilos. A lot of bulky clothes, winter clothes. I've taken food with me. Again, I'll show you what I brought later on. All my camera equipment, drone. I wanted to take everything just to capture as much as I could. It's quite a energy sapping walk up the hill. The trail was pretty good for the first kilometre or so, and then I was basically into like untouched snow, about a metre deep. So I had to get the snowshoes on, which is the first time I've actually tried snowshoeing. I've always wanted to, and hard work but a lot of fun. And it would have taken me twice as long to get here without the snowshoes, honestly. They really do make a difference. I'll finish this hot drink and then I will give you a bit of a tour of the place and how everything works. Start in the sleeping area. Like I said, it's supposed to be like a basic scout cabin, for scout groups. So you can sleep up to 7 in here. Maybe sleep a couple more if you wanted to on the floor and things. So there's just basic bunks. There's pillows obviously, but you have to bring your own sort of sleeping gear. So I've got my sleeping bag with me. This is a view from this window. Pretty ideal. Cabin's getting there. It's now 12 inside, so yeah, not too bad. Big sort of communal table. Again, I've just kind of dumped all my stuff out on here at the moment. Windows all round. That's the outhouse and the wood store, which I'll show you in a second. Another window out into the snowy forest. And we've got big wood stove. There is water. There's a well a few hundred meters from here that I can go and collect water. I haven't gone and found that yet. I'm sure it'll be fine. But I've just been melting a load of snow at the moment, just so I've got some water. You see in there. But yeah, nice size wood stove. There's loads of wood outside. Kitchen area, pretty well equipped to be honest. I wasn't expecting much, but cups, plates, loads of sort of things to cook with, kettles, pots, pans. We've got a gas stove as well. The gas is just outside in that box there. I just had to turn it on when I got here. This is a little solar unit. So you can see there, hopefully it's 99% now. So yeah, I won't use all of it. I'll be careful with it, but it's nice to have that backup. Yeah, first aid kit and just somewhere to hang your clothes and wet gear up here too. That's kind of it really, just a nice simple basic cabin. These are the two big batteries for the solar system. But I'll get my jacket on and we'll go outside and have a look around the cabin. Probably over a metre of snow. There's a fire pit and a bench and a table outside here, but it's covered in snow, so there's like little holes. If you're not careful where you're standing, you just disappear. I'm guessing this is the scout group name, maybe. I'm not really sure. I'll shut the door, keep the heat in. So yeah, you can see how much snow is around. I never would have got here without the snowshoes. So this is where I walked in. Yeah, that's the cabin. So yeah, that's the gas box on the outside there, and a flue for the wood stove, obviously. But yeah, there's a bench and a table just there somewhere, and a big fire pit just there. But yeah, if we go around, that's the snowshoes. If we head round here, that's where I fell through before. A little solar powered security light as well, which will be handy once it gets dark. Yeah, this is the outhouse. Oh. So spare gas, absolutely loads of firewood. Oh, nearly slipped. Loads of firewood, kindling, everything you need to start fire, some supplies for repairs and things as well. But yeah, I'm not going to go cold. A couple of axes to split the stuff down. And then yeah, obviously no toilet inside. So you can see how deep the snow is. Can't even open the door. Yeah, just a simple toilet in here. The toilet view. It's pretty nice as far as views from your toilet go, isn't it? So that's pretty much it. You can see one of the solar panels on the end there, and we're just surrounded by really nice kind of pine, Scots pine, Norway spruce, birch, aspen forest. And yeah, it's just absolutely ideal for me. Couldn't have asked for a better spot to spend a few days. It's nearly 8 o'clock now actually, and I'm getting quite hungry. I just put the light on for a little bit. I just thought I would talk briefly through the food that I brought with me. Last time I came here I didn't bring food, as in last time I stayed in a cabin like this, and I went to the supermarket and I got a very basic shop and it was very expensive. That's one of the downsides of Norway, it is very expensive. So because this cabin's further out and because of the weather, and I didn't know if I'd be able to get back and forth to the supermarket anyway, and it was more weight to carry up this route, which was quite tough as well, I basically just treated this like a camping trip really. So I've just got a lot of dehydrated food. I've got some decent sized meals for dinner. These are all the sort of bigger or higher calorie meals, I should say. So I've got 6 of them. I've just got like porridge packets for breakfast. I've got some protein powder to add to that as well if I want to. I brought a bag of like mixed it's like cashew nuts, dried fruit, dried apricot, that kind of thing, just as a snack, or I can add that to the porridge. I've got a couple of packets of noodles for lunches probably. A load of cup of soups for lunches too probably. I've got like 4 packets of the couscous as well, and then I've just got a mix of like protein bars and snacks. I brought a load of the high calorie ration pack drinks as well, some electrolyte type tablets to drink, and then a few hot chocolates as well. So it's not that much really, but it'll probably be me for the next 6 days. I've also got coffee with me, although there's a big bag of coffee here as well, which is nice. And that's it, just kind of keeping it simple, but should keep me going for 6 days. It's pretty cozy in here now. It must be close to 20 degrees. It's actually a bit too warm if we sit close to the fire, but I'd rather have that than it be too cold at the moment. Just gonna have some dinner, just having one of these meals. It's what have we got? Chicken rice with vegetables. Pretty straightforward. I've just got some water that I've boiled here. I'm gonna have a hot drink as well. Well, some hot water, and I'll put a couple of the electrolyte tablets in just for a bit of flavour. That's it. That's dinner for me. Like I say, nothing too exciting this week, but it'll do the job. The downside of this cabin, having to go outside to pee. Still snowing. You can see I cleared all that back to the step. So yeah, there's been a good amount of snow. Yeah, most of my tracks have been covered. There is a little light in here actually. I wanted to see if it works. Oh wow! Oh, that's luxury. An outside toilet line. It's actually not too cold in here, to be honest, considering there's no heating at all, and it's -3 outside now. So, but anyway, I'm gonna finish up here. Obviously, I'm not going to show you that, but I'm gonna head back to the cabin, and I'm pretty tired now. So I'm just gonna head to bed, and I'll see you in the morning for what looks like even more snow. Morning folks. I had such a good sleep last night, honestly. It was so warm and comfortable in here. I've got my down sleeping bag with me, and I just kind of zipped it open and using it as a bit of a quilt. But yeah, it didn't feel cold in here at all. The fire obviously went off at some point early in the night. But it always amazes me how much warmth these wooden houses retain. You know, it's just a very simple wooden cabin. When I woke up this morning, the temperature was saying it was 16 degrees in here still. So, I mean, that's better than my house back home. You know, there's never any condensation on the windows. I mean, I get my windows back home are just dripping with condensation in the morning. Especially when you have it so warm inside, you know, compared to colder temperatures outside. But yeah, it just doesn't seem to happen here. I don't know why we're so against wooden houses back home in the Highlands. A lot of people say, you know, they won't stand up to the weather. It's just a load of rubbish, really. I mean, southwest Norway is kind of wetter and windier than a lot of the Highlands. I guess our biggest problem now is we don't have, you know, large scale, widespread woodland and forest to actually, you know, get the resources to build these houses and cabins. Yeah, just while I'm thinking of it, I was reading my book this morning. I've taken 2 books with me, and one of them is this book, Regeneration, and it's basically about the last 25 years of work on Mar Lodge Estate. And it's an area I don't really know that well, to be honest. I've never actually been, but there's obviously a lot of conservation and pinewood stuff going on there, and I really need to get over there and have a look. So this has been interesting because, like I say, I don't really know it. I tend to know the sort of northwest area of the Cairngorms a lot better than the other side. So yeah, I'm only a third of the way through, but I would definitely recommend it if you're interested in that kind of thing. There's no running water at the cabin, and I've been melting snow so far, but it's not the most efficient way to get water, obviously. So there is a ground well apparently in a small shed next to a cabin. It says it's 100 meters away from the cabin I'm staying at. It said just follow the path. Well, yeah, good luck trying to find the path. So I'm just going to take a direct line from the cabin. Yeah, we'll trudge through the snow here and see if we can find this water source. And I think this little shed is the water source. The snow is so deep, it's ridiculous. This is probably frozen, so it did say to just scoop it out from inside. That's a pretty low water level. I don't know if I can reach that. The water's basically frozen, so there's an axe in here, so I've broken through the ice and I can just reach to fill up the containers. It's not the easiest. I just rushed outside with the camera. I don't know if you can see that kind of pink orange light through the trees, but it's been really misty and wet today. Quite mild, raining all day, so quite gloomy and dark, and then all of a sudden the mist kind of cleared just as the sun's setting here, and there was just an incredible light over the cabin for a good 20 minutes there. I sent the drone up first. I wanted to catch it on the drone first before I came out and spoke to the camera. So I'll put the video while I'm talking just now, but yeah, it just looks stunning. It's the first bit of sun, proper bit of sun I've really had here for the last 2.5 days now. It's about 7 o'clock now. I'm just gonna make my dinner, but I think I'm just gonna call it there for today. I'm not really gonna do much more this evening that's worth filming. I'm just gonna relax and carry on reading my book by the fire, I think. Like I said, today was actually pretty wet. Rained most of the day, so wasn't really ideal for getting out and exploring, even though I got out a little bit and I was playing around with the drone and things. But tomorrow the weather looks colder and clearer, so hopefully can get the snowshoes on and go for a little bit of an explore, and maybe have a fire and lunch outside somewhere. But yeah, I'll leave it there for tonight, and I will see you in the morning.